Now let's get started with the edit form. This will be our first step, is to handle this get/user/one/edit. Gets right into the edit action. This will closely parallel the work that we did before with this user signup. So it's going to be very similar to this get/user/new. In fact, let's take a look at that. Can split it here. And then we can make the analogous page here. We need to actually create it by hand. If you look over here, you can see it's not there. Sample app, app, views, users. We have new and show, but not edit. So the corresponding file for the edit action is edit.html.erb. So let's touch that. Actually, we can just do it this way. Let's just do it here, since we've already navigated here. There we go. And let's open it up over here. Let's take a look at a mock-up to get a sense of where we're going here. This is a mock-up of the update your profile page. You can see there's a field there for name, email, password, password confirmation, and then a submit button, save changes. And then at the bottom here, we've got a Gravatar image with a change link. So if we take a look at the actual sign up page, you can see how similar that is right here. So you can see that it's almost exactly the same. So we can get a good start just by copying this code here from the new page. Let's do that. This makes you a little unhappy. It probably should. And in fact, turning this into a partial is left as an exercise in chapter 9 of the book. So let's call this edit user. Change the h1. Update your profile. This is all the same. The error messages is even the same. In fact, everything in here is the same, except for this here, this text in the submit. And then we also want to put a link to the Gravatar. So let's do that here. Where's that going to, it's going to go, yeah, it's going to go inside here. Let's give it a class so that we can style it, Gravatar edit class, and then Gravatar for @user. So it turns out the right URL for this is gravatar.com/emails. This uses the Gravatar for helper. Just remind ourselves what that looks like. So remember, this takes in a user, calculates the MD5 hex digest based on the email, and then returns an image tag with the user's Gravatar. In order to get this to work, we need to edit the user's controller. It's here. The edit action will be almost the same as the new action. In fact, we can just copy it here. Let's go here. And then instead of creating a new user, what we want to do is find the user, just like we did here on the show page. In fact, we can just copy that. So this will find the user based on the params. So the params come from here. Because the URL is /user/the ID of the user /edit, there will be a params of ID available. So let's take a look at that. Save that, and actually we're ready to look at it. Oh, we have to log in though, don't we? Actually, we don't have to log in. Let me show you that. Let's do this /user/one/edit. We should have to log in, and that's one of the things we'll be doing in this lesson, is making it so this page is protected. This is strange. I did not expect this error. Let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, it could be this user doesn't exist. Let's take a look. Here's a console in this tab. It's a user account. Okay, there's a user. Huh, and it does have ID 1. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I see the problem. So let's just take a look at the page again. You can see that it says edit.html.erb line 6. It's complaining that there's no @user here. So I looked over here. I was like, well, we're finding it right here, except that I forgot to change this. You probably noticed that, but I did not. So let's change this to edit instead of new. Now it should work. Great, there we go. You can see that the form here is pre-filled with the name and email address of the @user. Let's take a look at the source of that form. Inspect it here. So here's the form. You can see the input fields here are the same as we had for the sign up page, right? There's username, user email, password, and so on. There's a slight difference here in the form tag. There's an action instead of /users, the action is /users/1, indicating that we're editing user 1. But you might notice here that it says that the method is post. But if we look at this table, this is supposed to be a patch request, patch to /users/1. So the reason for that is that browsers can't actually send patch requests natively. If you look here, there's actually an input field with a hidden type that says value equals patch. So this is how Rails fakes a patch request inside of a browser. And because of this, the Rails router here in resources users knows to route this request here, this patch request, to the right action in the user's controller. So that's this patch to this will get routed to the update action. Now, at this point, you might be wondering, if you really think about this, how it is that Rails knew to use that extra form to put in the extra input field for the patch request. Because this code here in the user sign up page is exactly the same as the edit page. So like, what distinguishes these two? And the answer is that this user already exists in the database, and Rails can tell that. So there's a way to do that. Let's go to the, here it is. And we want to look at the new record method. So this is user.new.newRecord. It's a Boolean, so question mark. That's a new record, and then we can also do user.first. That's false. So it's possible to tell based on the value of the new record method whether a user is new. So over here, that gets used to build a post request to /users, and over here it gets used to build a patch request to /user/1. Now you may recall for logged in users, if we log in here, there's a link to the settings here. What we'd like for this to be is a link to the edit page, so that's /user/1/edit. And the way we can get that is by using the named route edit user path of user. And in this case, it'll be edit user path of current user. So let's look at the header. That's in here, link to settings. So here it's stubbed out, but now so if we save that, we should be able to refresh the page here and actually have that link work. Cool.